Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you were already a subscriber. Today's video is going to be a little different and a little fun. I am pretty excited about this. So we are actually going to, first and foremost, go through this fun bag of goodies, and then I am going to do some back journaling for October of 2024. So this was a video that I intended to do whenever I got back from my annual Halloween trip with my bestie, and time just got away from me, and she actually stayed with me a little while after we got back. So essentially I had about a week and a half that I really didn't plan or record anything because I was all gonna do it in post. And my memory is pretty good, and thank goodness we take tons of pictures and I have tons of notes. And I had a plan and an itinerary, so I can kind of fill in 99.9% of the blanks. But I did shoot a video for the first half of the week, and my intention was always to come back and do the back half and then do kind of a similar back planning video or memory keeping video for the second half. So if you guys like this style of video, let me know, and I will do a longer version that is for October 7th through the 13th. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll hold off on memory keeping that week and just try to start grabbing some details. So let me know what you guys think. The reason that I want to go through this is because I want to try to use some of the product that's in this bag when we're doing the pages. And also what makes this kind of a non-traditional plan with me is the fact that we're going to do my Hobonichi cousin. So we're going to do the 3rd through the 6th, which is Thursday through Sunday of the week that we're going to focus on in October. We're going to do it in Hobonichi cousin, the weekly spread, then we're gonna go into the dailies, and then I'm gonna go into my 5-year journal. So I think that's gonna be really, really fun, and I'm super excited about it. So I hope you guys are too. I think it'll be something a little bit different, and I feel like I've done this in the past, and I really would like to give this a go with some trips that are coming up. If you want to see something that's kind of similar, I believe I did one for Mardi Gras last year. So that's enough yammering, but I'm kind of excited about something different, and I thought this would be a good upload for today. So first and foremost, this adorable bag is too big to fit all in one camera, but it's not super big, which I really kind of like. It's perfect for like a little tote size. I'm trying to decide if I want to have it up there or here, but I think I'm just going to keep it down on the stool next to me and show you guys all the goodies. These all came from my bestie Taylor. So one thing that we pretty much do the night we get there after dinner is we trade present bags, and we have all kinds of goodies and stickers and stationery and washi and all of the good stuff. So it is open presents time, and it's really the only time of year that we actually exchange gifts, so it's just super fun and stationary jazzy. So she got me a really cute pair of compact scissors, which I'm jazzed about putting in my bag. If you guys want to know, I think I might do a what am I taking to Mardi Gras video again, like I did last year. I kept wondering where I would like to try to use these little bags. Some of them are already, and most of this is not going to be in the original packaging, so I'm going to do my best because obviously I opened it there. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Some is stationary, some is just cute. Does she sit there? Does she? We need to find somewhere for her to live because she's cute. And this is literally sat with all of my October goodies. Oh, it's a little kitten. I do have a black cat named Binks if you're new to the channel and you're like, okay. So I love all things black cat spooky. I have an exorbitant amount of things in that. But yeah, this is sat with all of my memory keeping stuff for that. And I was like, oh, she's so cute. I like all of the little things. All right, and then I do want to show you guys the bag because the bag is kind of cool too. So we've got some sticker flakes. We can definitely use those. probably in the 5-year since they're a little bit bigger. She got me these super cute stickers. Protective Society of Attack Cats. Feline is divine. This is so cute. I can't wait. That's definitely going in 5-year. So I can have it forever. Right. So we've got stickers. Let's see what kind of theme they are. Okay, so we've got Halloween Disney stickers galore. Oh, I love that mini. It's sassy. Maleficent. Okay, so lots of Halloween stickers. I want to try to, like, these would be good for dailies as well. We've got washi galore. So we've got a Mickey. I kind of want to have a trash pile somewhere. These are all masks. So maybe I'll do one of these today in honor. I have not tried one yet. Okay, I do want to try to put one of these packagings in like the 5-year, or maybe in the back of, probably in the 5-year. I'm like gonna stick everything in there because obviously we're in the last year a little bit. These are bubble stickers, so those are cute. I love a bubble. Another washi. This is Toy Story Halloween. Oh, look at the little minions and their costumes and Rex. Oh, that's cute. So cute. Okay. I love washi. Like, washi is 1000% my jam. Always. I have way too much and I keep going. This is my favorite freaking sticker I've ever had in my life. It's a sub Bastion. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. If you get it, you get it. It's so inappropriate, but I love it. These are some super cute envelopes. She has a Daiso, or I don't know if she had one back in her home state, but where she was at the time, she hits a Daiso when she can. I love these like sparkle lava stickers. I think that could be really fun too. These are little treat bags. Oh, those are so fun. Okay, I'm gonna not try to mess that up. Okay, got a little coffin clip, which I think I gave her some too. Looks like stationery. So we've got envelopes and letter paper and like little ceiling stickers. More sparkle lava sticker goodness. Oh, Zodiacs. Love that. Fun envelope, because you always need one of those. Super sparkly Halloween stickers. These would be really cute for like the daily pages or like the weekly spread. Lots of little envelope sealers. I'm trying to think where I could put those. S'mores, y'all. Oh, and more. Oh, I love these. Those are really pretty too. I'm gonna need some tea. I love s'mores. S'mores. Okay, s'mores, popcorn, pizza, pasta, espresso martinis now, which we'll get to in a little while. All my love language. But s'mores are probably like the peak. I have quite the reputation for my s'mores because I make bougie s'mores. Like, I'm that person that's like gonna get like fancy ass chocolate. Like, I want to put like, that does remind me, I need to like reformat something. I want to try to make a peanut butter bourbon ball in the way of like, in a flatter shape, like basically take a peanut butter ball or a bourbon peanut butter ball and flatten it and then dip it in the chocolate so that it's like ready to go for a s'more. So it's a peanut butter bourbon s'more. So yeah, these are the kind of things to expect when around me. It's just part of my life. She got us some dark mark tattoos, and I definitely forgot to put mine on for Halloween Horror Nights. I think I think it would have washed off anyway, sweet Jesus. It was a whole experience. More washies. So we've got some super cute mini and floral situation. This looks like classic Disney cast. Love that. Oh, I love the mini sticking her tongue out. That's cute. I can't wait to show you guys this bag. It's super fun. Oh! Okay, I'm really excited about these. Okay, so this is a Tokidoki one, and it's like the tiniest little print in the whole world. And I thought this was definitely one of my favorites because I love Tokidoki. And when we went for our first year, so that would have been 21. Our first trip, when we were in Epcot, there was this like bag and I wanted it so bad, and it had Tokidoki print all over it. I took pictures of it. I don't think I could get it now. I think I did try to look, but I was obsessed, and she literally bought it because she was like, that's like the bag. And it looks very similar to the bag, if not exact. And then she got Hello Kitty because Hello Kitty, Sanrio, Tokidoki, all that cuteness. Oh, I love twin stars. And they have the Hello Kitty hats. This is for the 50th. I might have to keep this, like, a little bit. We're gonna keep that because it is special, because it's the 50th. Ah, I'm throwing washi everywhere. Oh, wait, that goes in here? My mind is blown. I will show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. Okay, shopping bag. I'm making the biggest mess ever. These are so cute. They were like little bags. I found somebody just like me, and I definitely think this is gonna have to go in there. Oh, she did give me some of the little baggies flat, so I don't have to flatten them out myself. I love her for that. I think I did keep a lot. I did keep quite a few of them though. And I might try to like repurpose them for giveaways or something like that. Or like Happy Mail to other folks. This is shaped masking tape. So it's like a Halloween Disney strip. And this year we didn't do anything on Disney property that was like Halloween. Like we didn't go to Mickey's Not So Scary like we've done for the 2 years before. And that was perfectly fine with everyone. More super cute. Oh, I love Donald in his little devil costume. So cute. Pretty purple tissue paper, because I love tissue paper. And then a nice little Mickey punch. I feel like I have a bigger version of that I need to find somewhere. And then yellow stripe and just kind of like, it looks like Disney travel type of thing. Love that. Okay, so I want to talk about this like little bag just for a minute, because it's just, okay, I'm going to show you. Like in comparison to like a Hobonichi cousin. Like this is the perfect size to like throw him in here. And I am actually gonna make a bag for this now because I didn't realize this was freaking removable. Like this is genius. And this is what I just pulled everything out of. So we've got pockets on this side, 3 little pockets here, big pocket here. So this would be perfect for like, let's go to a coffee shop and journal type of thing. And I wouldn't take my whole backpack. I actually might use this and like limit myself. That is what we're doing. I'm so excited. So I have a problem with overpacking for trips. So this is what we're gonna do. I am going to pack everything I need for, I've woken the cat. She's burrowing in the comforter, but I think she's gonna ignore me for the most part. I think I just like excited her a little bit. I have a problem with overpacking. If you go back and watch some of my other videos, you'll totally understand what I mean. I'm not good at having like a small collection of things on a trip. I typically take far too much and never use any of it, and I haul it in and out of the house, and it's just a big thing. And especially, I've done Mardi Gras now, and I'm very clear on the complete cluster that it is. I think the only reason I was able to have any creativity time that entire trip is because we had one day that it was a complete downpour, and we were still pretty tired from like traveling, that it was like a nice break, to be honest. And it was the day before parade day, and you get up so early on parade day that you kind of need to go to bed early the night before. So long story short, I think what I'm gonna do is use this as my New Orleans bag, because it's got like all the little compartments and things, and like there's also a pocket on this side. Sorry, I didn't show that part, but I think I showed everything. Pocket here, all the goodies, but I think this would be perfect overall. I think this would be perfect, and Jeff would be very proud of me if I managed to fit everything into this bag and not be obnoxious with all of my craft supplies blundering into his uncle's house. Because it's also not a super spacious location. So we're pretty much like in the living room, very in the open, and very exposed. So it is going to be fine, but I think that would be fun for you guys to kind of let this be a little bit more current too. So whenever I pack it up for Mardi Gras, I will do a video for it. I think that's a good idea. But I'm going to clean all this up, and then we are going to get into a weekly spread. What I am going to say about that though, before we get started, is that entire process is going to be a voiceover, because I want to be able to consult my notes, and I don't want to miss anything. So all of the journaling is going to be sped up and in a voiceover, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what happened on the trip. I'm going to move all the washi over here so that it's at my disposal while I'm doing all this fun journaling, and I'll probably pull from like other washies and things like that in my stash. So it's going to be a little bit of running around, because I've switched my bags over from Halloween at this point. So like I said, I'm going to pick all this up, and then we're going to get into it, and it's going to be a voiceover. I just don't want you guys to get a little jump scare going there and be like, where'd she go? Why are we in this phase now? But I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out. Hello again, everyone. This is the portion of the video that is sped up to like 3.5 times. This took me about 4 hours to do. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was supposed to be last week's upload. However, technical difficulties, this taking longer than expected, it was kind of a mess. So I'm really sorry about missing last week's update, but I hope we're all okay and trucking along. So the first thing I want to talk about is the washi, which is so cute. It is Scary Beans washi. And actually, I think I mentioned this in the first little kind of intro, but there is a video for the first half of this week that's like a normal plan with me style. I will link it. And that was another reason why I delayed putting this video out, was because I did kind of want to go back and do a better description and put some kind of like video cards up for like other videos that I've kind of done similar to this, if you like them, or if you wanted to check out the first half of this video, which was filmed obviously back in October. Another thing I want to take a quick mention of is that sticker sheet that's off to the left-hand side that I'm super proud of that I did recently. I have started to go through my stash of old Coffee Monster Co. stickers, like the plan, like the monthly kits, and pull kind of everyday stickers from them that I don't tend to remember I have or necessarily have on hand with me. And this was a way for me to kind of make like a mix sheet. So I'm usually driving around a good bit during the week, or I felt like I could use those little icons for driving or errands or anything like that. Tons of day off stickers. And then I don't know if you guys have watched any of the videos recently where I'm like, where the heck are all my birthday stickers? So I pulled all of the balloons. All of these stickers are, this is only half of I think it's the 2022 kits that I broke down. Like literally, that's only half of them, which is bananas. But it's helping me realize how much I do have in my stash, which I'm hoping is going to cut down on my spending. So if you guys are in a similar boat, here's your encouragement and nudge to break up those kits and get to using your product, because I am a full believer in using the stickers, but I'm also a full believer in hoarding them. So let's get into the spread. So I just kept it really basic. It's always very hard for me whenever I transition a week like this, and it'll happen again in February and March for trips that I'm taking. But it's such an interesting thing when I transition from like those functional hour by hour work home life balance to like memory keeping mode. So on Thursday, I watched Mean Girls in the morning, packed the car, tidied the apartment, did what I needed to do with things, and hit the road at 5:30. I stopped for gas on the way. I met up with Taylor at Soto. I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what happened on each day chronologically. I'm going to try to keep from jumping back and forth, but also talking about product a little bit. So the tiny car is obviously from Coffee Monster Co., as is the emoji with the heart at the bottom, the shopping emoji that I just put down, and then the pizza, the wine glass, and the pumpkin are all from White Stag or PaperHaunts. I think it goes by both. I'll try to put that down below in the description as well. I'm going to try to put as much product as I can down below in the description. Obviously, some is sold out, or it's like a seasonal product, like the Sweet Beans washi, or the Scary Bean washi from Sweet Bean Plans at the top. I think it is sold out for the season. And then I'll describe Saturday and Sunday product as we get into those. But anyways, so I stopped for gas, and then I met up with Taylor at Soto, which is kind of the last place we ate the last trip. So I thought it was really fun. That's a lie, because we ate at the Rookery in my hometown before we made it all the way home. Parted ways rather is kind of where that happened. But Soto was so good, and I legitimately thought about this pizza for a year, you guys. And I've actually learned how to make a version at home now using a sourdough focaccia crust, and it's so good. I don't know that Soto will make it into future trips. I think it's really, really good, but now that I've learned how to make it at home, I'm kind of like, I'm okay. There's so much food down there that is just, I have to have it when I'm there, and it's just so perfect that if I don't eat it, I will regret it. And I've had a few years where I've like missed dishes that I love, so I'm definitely going to be, I always like look at the food list pretty carefully to see, what can wait. Speaking of something that we wanted for a while, we have been wanting to get the salty donut butterbeer donut. Now there is a salty donut here in Atlanta where I live, but they do not have the butterbeer that is exclusive to Orlando. So that was really fun. And it was right across the street from this antique spot I found, and honestly there weren't like a ton. It wasn't really big. It was like a cute little like antique thrift shop, but then part of it was kind of like handmade crafts, which was really cool. I was completely obsessed with the fact that they had vintage wedding dresses from different decades, and that was really exciting. I thought those were really, really cool and something that I hadn't seen in a while. Taylor and I have also really been endeavoring to add new things to the trip. So we even went to the Orlando Mall to see Primark because Primark had just opened. Unfortunately, it was completely covered in Stitch shit. I'm talking Stitch coming out my ears. I was like, what the actual heck is going on? This makes no sense to me. I get it. It's, all promoted up for the new movie, but I was really not a big Stitch person when the cartoon version came out and I was a kid. I mean, it's a cute movie, and I will go see the live action. I'll wait until it hits Disney Plus. I won't go to a theater and see it, versus something like Mufasa or Lion King, where I went and saw those, because that was just a little bit more my generation of Disney. So, like I said, we're trying to mix in some new things that are not park specific. And this year we were really trying to be a little bit more fiscally responsible. So rather than spending money on park tickets and then spending more money inside the parks, we really just kind of wanted to wander, explore the city, and just kind of experience a little bit more kind of everyday stuff, if that makes sense. Talking about product again really quick for Saturday and Sunday. The super cute little ghost with the jack-o'-lantern and the dead coconut club cup that I did, or the really cool wine cup that I did. And I'm about to find a haunted house, also from PaperHaunts White Stag. Again, I'm not really sure how they want to categorize it, are all from PaperHaunts White Stag. Then everything else is Coffee Monster Co., obviously. So soon in a minute, we're going to flip over to the daily spread for December the 3rd. And not December the 3rd, October the 3rd. Holy for holies. So, yes. So bear with me as we flip over to that. And I will keep talking about the day from there. And then, again, we'll continue into, we're going to do all of the dailies, and then we'll go into the 5 years. So I just wanted to give you a little moment to wonder why this video is so long. We've got a lot to go through, but I'm going to keep going chronologically in my voiceover. Hope that wasn't too confusing. So then we went to check in at a Marriott that we were staying at in the interim. We basically booked the trip and then got to thinking about it, and I was like, we need to get there a day earlier than we thought. And we again, trying to be fiscally responsible, we really wanted to pick out somewhere that was probably less than $100. So we ended up at a hotel that, irony of ironies, ended up being literally within walking distance, like basically in the same parking lot as a restaurant we tried last year and really liked. We tried their brunch last year and we were there for 4 hours. It was insane and it was delicious. So we decided to give their happy hour a go. You guys, did not disappoint at all. Was so good. So we went there and I felt really silly because I ordered a drink and I didn't really I knew that the appetizers were different and like a half off or something like that. Like they had that kind of thing going, but I didn't pay attention to the fact that there was a BOGO on the drinks. So like I was kind of nursing my drink a little bit. It was a white sangria. It was so good. And then the guy's like, we go to close out and he's like, so you have a drink left? And I'm like, what? And Taylor had already had 2, and so I didn't give it much thought. But again, I was trying to be fiscally responsible. I had drinks back at the room that I had brought with us because we always do that. We bring plenty of alcohol with us, so we're not spending too much money out. And I was like, what the heck? So I was very, very excited for that. And then we went back to the hotel and we opened presents. So every year we kind of build each other a goodie bag, and it's usually tons of fun stationery stuff, stickers galore. Like most of Taylor's this year was stuff from PaperHaunts because I had ordered it pretty early in the game. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I put in there. I just remember a lot of PaperHaunt stickers, to be completely honest with you. But she did, and washi samples, like of stuff that I've ordered throughout the year. Like lots of Coffee Monster Co. stuff that would be applicable to her. Lots of PaperHaunt goodness. Super cute stuff across the board. And then funny enough, and I'm just going to kind of like snip at this. When we got home, I even let her like look at other stuff that had come in after the fact and like, hey, do you want swatches of any of this? So it was super funny. It was just like washi for days, and she gave me so much washi. It was awesome. And then we kind of went to bed. There really wasn't a lot of pomp and circumstance. Travel days are long. And I don't think her flight actually arrived early. And so that was weird that she was there before me, because normally it's the other way around and I'm picking her up from the airport and all of that jazz. But it was a little bit different this go round, and having that extra day was completely necessary. And I'm so glad I had enough foresight, because I think it would have been really hard for us to come in on Friday and then go straight into the unmasking tour. So I'm going to stop for just a quick minute to talk about product on this page. So that bookshelf washi at the top is a Mean Girls bookshelf washi from Sweet Bean Plans, as is the October 3rd sticker. I love that part of Mean Girls, and I actually watched Mean Girls while I was like getting ready, like putting my nails on and packing the car, because I've seen it so many times I could like leave it on in the background. And I really was hoping to be able to do more of like a marathon of them, because I still haven't seen the new one. Shock, I know. But it was really, really fun to actually be traveling on the 3rd. And I have a bracelet that I don't know that I gave it out even this year. But I basically have a Boo You Horror bracelet that's done up, obviously, in the classic pink and black and white. And I still haven't given it out yet. But one of these days, I'll find the perfect person to give it to on an October 3rd. That is Banks voicing her opinion on the matter. She is getting lots of love while I sit and film this very nice long voiceover. Then I use my Coffee Monster Co. traveling washi. It's from the City Life collection, which I think was Q1 of 2024. I'm very excited because 2025's Q1 stuff should be shipping in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited about the themes, and I'm so excited about the washi. They're so cute. Then I put down another one of those PaperHaunt pizzas to talk about Soto, and then I use Online Labels clear matte sticker paper for all of my stickers that you see hanging out and me cutting through. You'll see lots of that. And I didn't use half of them. I definitely printed way too many stickers. But it was fun to pick out different things, and it's always fun for me to do these dailies from a memory keeping perspective instead of like my normal to-do list. And I love doing this with trips because it really lets me pull out a lot of those like little granular stories or talk more about the bullet point from the weekly spread. So the glass that I'm getting ready to put down is the white sangria that I was talking about earlier. I'm going to go ahead and continue talking chronologically, but I will keep taking moments to talk about product throughout this. So the next morning I got up, and the very first thing I did was count all the bracelets I had made. I didn't even finish my list, and I had 178 that were made. And I actually took a picture of the bag. And if you look, you might see that sticker hanging out somewhere, but it never made it onto any of the pages. And that's okay. I think I love the bracelets, and I wish that I had not, these were some things that I thought of after the fact. I wish I had not broken up bracelets from the previous year, because as a person who goes every year, I really would have liked older bracelets, and I started to figure that out kind of too late because I had broken up all the ones I thought weren't applicable. So to be completely honest, I really don't know if I'm going to build a bunch for this coming up year. I think I'm just going to take the ones that I have and let people pick from them. I might make some like HHN 34. And I'm being completely honest, I don't even know what HHN 34 is going to look like at this point. I've done this for 10 years now, and there's such a big part of me that loves it, but there's also such a big part of me that wants to do new things and experience that area differently. And I do know pretty strongly that I'm going to go for 35 and that's going to look really different. So I really don't know how I want to approach this year. And unfortunately, it's something I kind of have to think about early because other people are involved. But yeah, as far as the bracelet front goes, I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to get bracelet crazy again. I also will get to it soon. I didn't give a lot out. As much as I thought I was going to give out anyway. So we'll get to that when we get there. But still, 178 is pretty freaking epic. There's a cute little Coffee Monster Co. Stitch talking about the Stitch shit that I experienced in Primark, which was really disappointing because I didn't even have the slippers I wanted to get my mom, which is annoying. And then we kind of packed up, got everything in the car, and then went over to Disney Springs to get our tried and true. I am obsessed with the fried mac and cheese bites from Wine Bar George. And last year, Taylor got this like Friscato thing, and it is Moscato mixed with Dole Whip. Y'all, do not sleep on that. It is fucking amazing. It is delicious. You will want to drink 5 of them. They are great. They are right up there with the Dole Whip and rum in the parks. Oh my God, so good. And I also got to try my first espresso martini, which you guys are going to see a picture of here in a minute. That cute little Mickey head is from a Zoom Zoom pack of stickers that Taylor gave me in a Happy Meal 6 centuries ago, I feel like. And then we we went to the Disney store. I can't recall the order of events precisely, but we did go to the Disney store and we got to see it open. I've never been, like, I've always gotten there after it's open, so I didn't know that this was a thing, but they make a whole fuss about opening up. Like, there's a red carpet, all of the employees for the day line the carpet, and they like have these noisemakers and clap and make a big deal, and they usually pick a little kid to like open the doors, and like there's bubble wands. It's festive. It's really, really cool if you can ever do it. It was a lot though, and very unexpected. But I have, like I said, we're being fiscally responsible, so we really just kind of wander and look at new product, and that's like our browsing stage. So we kind of browse and we start simmering on what we might want. And my mom had given me a little bit of extra money, and she kind of always does that, you know, like gives me a little bit of side money because it's so close to Christmas. She's like, here's part of your Christmas, pick out something that you want type of thing. And I usually use it for a spirit jersey. And I used to do the Alex and Ani bracelets, and then I've really taken quite a liking to the spirit jerseys. And I really didn't have anything in particular in mind because I honestly was like, I don't know, like I have to let it find me and speak to me. And typically I try to let it be themed to the trip, but this was not that kind of jam. So after looking at a ton of spirit jerseys, I was obsessed, completely obsessed with this Monsters, Inc. University one. So it looked like a Letterman jacket. And you guys have probably seen me wear it in videos in the past. Like it'll have like that Letterman cuff by my wrist. And it is so freaking cute. And I've gotten so many compliments on it. And I'm so glad I got it. But that ended up being my jersey for the year. But after kind of a little bit of wandering, we took the boat to Port New Orleans. Last year when we went, we were so full. And we had gone all the way out there for these beignets. And we were like, we're going to get the beignets this year. Honestly, neither of us had high hopes. Like, not to be unkind or anything, but we kind of thought it was going to be like a park food type of thing. And we didn't have high hopes. Like, I kind of worried that they were going to be dry. And there was like no dipping sauce with it. So I was like, what are we going to do? Y'all, they were so good. They were hot. They were fresh. They were fluffy. They were giant. They were messy. They were fucking amazing. 10 out of 10, do not miss a Mickey beignet. Oh my God. As someone who's gone to Cafe Du Monde and had several beignets in her life, those are like top tier. Like I would even, like, don't tell my New Orleans people, but I would rank those above Cafe Du Monde. Let me know in the comments if you've had both and where your settings lie on this, because I'm not trying to be mean, but those were some really, really good beignets and will 1,000% stay on the list for future years. From there, we wanted to head over to Aventura and go ahead and get checked in. The funny part about this was, and I should have put it somewhere, we got hella turned around. I basically missed the turn and we had to drive 20 minutes out of the way. Then there was a lobster car. It was a lot. There was a lot in the I was ready to get the fuck out of the car by the time we got to the hotel. Like, I was like, get me out of this car right now. I actually drive a lot more now than I used to. Back in the day, I really just kind of stayed in a park sense, but I've learned a lot of workarounds. Like, we pretty much go to Disney Springs and then take transport from there, which is super convenient. I usually use the shuttle for Universal, and even now we're like learning some different workarounds for that. So it's become rather interesting. If you pay attention enough, there's certainly ways that you can still get the perks of the parks and the partner hotels if you know where to go, and you look like you belong. So just throwing that out there. So stopping to talk about product for a minute, that bottom washi is from No White Space Stickers. It is just a black and white stripe with some really cute holographic Disney bats, which are like little Mickey heads with bat wings. What I love about this is my top was like this bodysuit, but it looked like bat wings, like across my boobs, basically. Like those were the cups, and I freaking loved it. It was a little revealing, and that was fine with me. It was very fun. And then that top washi is from James Burke Creative, and I love that washi. It's actually supposed to be a Disneyland sketch, but we're just going to work with it. Of course, there's a sticker of the fried mac and cheese and the frisado that I went on about, and then a cute little emoji mind blown sticker to talk about 178 bracelets. So once we got checked in and settled, I went down to get more luggage because I don't know how to pack to save my life. Instead of things being in like 1 or 2 bags, it's like in 4 tote bags, and it is obnoxious. And so I had gone down to get some more bags to also get our park tickets, lanyards, all these things. And I came back and Taylor had been like speed decorating the freaking room. And I love her for that. And I actually still have my stickers on my bathroom mirror, and I refuse to take them down. I'll probably take them down when it's time to take them for next year, maybe. I don't know. Or they might come down and go in the 5-year planner. I think that's really what's going to happen, is that they're going to have to make it into the planner. But I think I'm going to put it on a different page instead of kind of like the day she decorated. But it's really cute because they are like Peanuts themed. And so there's like Lucy and Sally dressed up in their Halloween costume. And we started to call them Spooky and Sparkles as well as ourselves Spooky and Sparkles. So that was really fun. And I actually did not put that on a page anywhere either. It's always very amusing to me what actually makes it into the memory keeping aspect and what somehow still gets like missed, but was like big stuff. And then we went to the Dead Coconut Club, which is the Red Coconut Club, the other like 11 months of the year, or 10 months of the year. I don't know how long it stays, Dead Coconut, but they had it themed as like a vamp party, like a vampire club downstairs, and then upstairs were like all these really cool like Blumhouse photo ops. And I 1,000% took a photo op with Purge, which was pretty much my gateway drug into Halloween Horror Nights, which I think is so funny because so many people cannot stand Blumhouse and the constant themes that they bring back every year. But for me, it's something that's like very close to my heart and what got me in this. So I do have an appreciation for it. I also have a sticker that I put down for Vivo and Voodoo. So we had reservations at Vivo and then went over to Voodoo Donut afterward. Vivo was actually hilarious because we basically got showered in Parmesan cheese, which was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like to the point, it was like it was everywhere. It was like all over our phones. It was all over ourselves. It was all over the table. We don't know why it was like such a messy expedition, but we had enough on the table to even make like this cute little Parmesan heart, which was adorable. But Vivo is always a stop for us. Taylor loves chicken parm more than anything in this world, and I love Italian food. And Vivo was actually the first place we ever went to eat together, our first trip, so we always make it a point to eat there at some point. I've been going to Vivo since, I'm not going to say my very first trip to Orlando. Alfie and I started going as our, like, we would have like our one fancy dinner night, and Jeff and I are kind of the same, where we'll eat out like at a fancier place at least once on vacation. But that Vivo has just kind of always been part of the itinerary. So we went there, and then we went and picked up donuts at Voodoo, and we were so excited because they actually had Halloween donuts for once. And the past years, they haven't really had them, or they haven't really like piqued our interest. So this was really cool because it had glitter, and it was cookies and cream, which is right up my alley. And then there was like a caramel macchiato, I think is what it was. It was like a coffee themed mummy, which was perfect as well. So we enjoyed getting those. And then we headed back to the room and watched Beetlejuice and went to sleep pretty early because we needed to get up quite early for our Unmasking the Horror tour the next morning. So our tour guide was Mia, and he was absolutely the cutest thing in the whole world. He was a theater kid, and it definitely showed. And it was just fun. He had such a great level of energy, and all was fine and well. So we did Insidious, Ghostbusters, and Monstros, and then we broke for lunch. And like they were telling us like we could go to City Walk, and you know, you didn't really have long to get lunch. And I had just brought like a pack of crackers, and I knew that we were going to have a really big dinner. So I didn't exactly want to like eat too much. So I had thought about this before the trip even got started and made sure I grabbed like Ritz crackers and protein bars and things. You guys, okay, so if you guys have hung out for a little while, then you will know that I had like a massive issue with like TMJ and all of that stuff at one point last year, and I actually bit wrong on this cracker, and let me tell you, it was like instantaneous, like how quickly like the pain got started. So I actually was in a fair amount of pain the back half of the tour, and this was also like when that started to become a problem. And I think I had issues with my TMJ for probably like 2 solid weeks after this, but this was like the kickoff point, unfortunately. But we did Insidious, Ghostbusters, and Monsters first. And from the jump, I pretty much realized Insidious is going to wreck my shit. Like, everybody had been saying it, like, going into it. Like, some people were saying that they weren't, that they just didn't time it well. Oh, my God. There were just moments where I was like, that's going to get me. That's going to get me. That's going to get me. Like, knowing that unless I wasn't positioned correctly, I was going to get got. Ghostbusters was so cute. I absolutely loved, I cannot stress it enough how much I loved the tour. The tour was amazing. As someone who has been going to this for 10 years, this was my 10th year, and I was just completely happy to be able to take pictures of things and look at the detail that you never see in the dark. Like, I mean, obviously they now use it as an attraction during the day, but what was just completely blowing my mind was how much work goes into these houses when like details don't always get seen, like the tiniest of details that you really don't have to do because there's strobes or there's lights or there's no lights, and it's just like no one's even going to see that. But the amount of care that these people take was just mind-blowing. So it was really, really cool to be able to see. Monstrous was really well done as well. All of them were well done. I'm not trying to play favorites. As far as this page goes, it's just DIY stickers, and then you are going to see me put down like a cute like pink washi, like a pink spider web, and a boo. So the pink washi was from PaperHaunts. The boo is from No White Space Stickers. I end up pulling it off because I didn't like how it looked, and I end up using a composition washi from No White Space Stickers and putting down a Today Was Magical sticker from my Crate Paper sticker book. And then the Roca Hula Girl, who is freaking adorable, was also a DIY sticker. The rest is just hand lettering. So after lunch, we did Universal Monsters, which was really cool to walk through. And I am a huge Universal Monster fan. I was very excited that this was all female house. The cast was all female. I think the soundtrack was done by a female as well. Like, this was supposed to be like everything. And something that really bothered me is it just felt like they were trying to do too much. It really felt like they were trying to do too much. And I was really like quite disappointed because I wanted Oksuna Min to look like she looks in The Mummy. I am the biggest Mummy fan. I actually watched that while I did these, I did all the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, which is the Universal Mummy. Well, not the OG Mummy. But that's what the ride is themed after. And I love Mummy Ride. Like, it is my favorite to do on Halloween Horror Nights. And I was just really disappointed. Like, I wanted her to be like sexy and scary, and I wanted them to be sexy. And I just felt like they weren't. And like that, they kind of, I don't know. I just didn't, it was not my favorite. I was just really disappointed. Goblin's Feast was so cute. It was so cute. And it was so much fun to walk through during the daytime and be able to like see kind of like these super cute like little courtyard scenes, and it was just precious. And then Major Sweets was one of Taylor's favorites, and it was so gross. It was so gross. Lots of throw up and lots of grossness. I was like, oh. And then we went to Voodoo Bayou and Roca Hula for the evening. So Voodoo Bayou is the restaurant that was created by, and there are several locations, Elvira. And it is so cool because there is a speakeasy called Roca Hula in this particular Voodoo Bayou. I'm not sure if they all have that. So we went to Voodoo Bayou for dinner, and y'all, oh my God, some 16-year-old had rented out like a huge portion of the restaurant. So we got to watch a lot of the setup. It was an all-white 16-year-old's birthday party, and just watching the setup and the arrival of people. We never got to see the birthday girl, which was really disappointing, and they had it all closed off by the time we came out of the speakeasy, which was very crappy. Because we were invested. You guys, we were so invested. But it was really cool to see nonetheless. It was just wild. So like, it was a lot. I think it was like 100 people is what one of the waitresses told us at one point. But as far as the food, it was so good. I had like a chicken carbonara, and Taylor she kind of did a couple different things. I think she got like the biscuits, like, or cornbread or something, like the cornbread. She got an espresso martini. I do remember that. And I feel like she got the deviled eggs, and they were cute because they were pink. I don't do eggs. But it was so fun. Roca Hula though, oh my God, it was amazing. So Roca Hula is a speakeasy that is like on the other side of like the walkway that you walk in on kind of thing. And it was so neat. And we had some espresso martinis there, and they had fortune cookies on the side, and my fortune was very naughty. And I need to go back and pull from all of my fun supplies and things and start putting them in the 5-year, but it was so funny. And Taylor like got a very like something about like her car insurance expiring, or like a car warranty thing. So it was just funny. But it was beautiful. Like, it was so floral. And there was another birthday party happening in there, and it was like an older group of gals, and they were really fun and really cute. But it was just fun to kind of see everyone celebrating. And it was very much like a girly place to be. Like, there were couples in there, but it was definitely more of a girl spot all the way around. And we enjoyed that. And it was done up for Halloween on the restaurant side. But this was also the first speakeasy I've ever gone to. and it was just really cute and fun. And I enjoyed that a good bit. And then we headed back to the room and just watched movies and chilled out. We got to sleep in the next morning because our brunch reservation at Hampton Social wasn't until 11, and it's the later day for us because this is our Halloween Horror Nights night, so this takes a little bit longer, and so we try to sleep in as much as we can. Unfortunately, we woke up to rain. It was a little intermittent at the beginning, but it went into full-fledged rainstorm after opening ceremonies. The funny part of this was that in previous years, I have definitely not worn appropriate footwear, and this year I had bought Doc Martens, and I had the whole vision of my princess dress and my Doc Martens, which I still wore. I was like, nope, you got this, you wear this, this is your night, don't let it rain on your parade. I was very adamant that I wanted to enjoy the night, rain or shine. And I had, as a last minute thing, bought a new umbrella. And I'm really bad about carrying my umbrella. And I carried my umbrella all night long and had a lovely time. And we were wet and we were frizzy. And my feet were dry and they were warm from my boots and my socks. And I was fine. The rain really... This is only the second time I've ever been to a Halloween Horror Nights where it's rained. So I'm going to take 2 out of 10 and be happy with it because I know it's during hurricane season. Such is life. And a hurricane had come through Atlanta area like a few weeks before. And a hurricane, we beat another hurricane coming out in evacing, which we could talk about at another time. But, it was okay. I felt really bad because Taylor had never really experienced that. And this was her 4th year. Yes. So we started going together in 21. So this was her 4th year. And this was the first time that she had gone through a year. And I thought it was interesting because my 4th year was my first rain year. So I wonder if that trajectory will keep. But essentially, there's no scare actors if it's raining like that. So you just kind of walk through the scare zones and there's all the sounds and things, but there's no people. And it's a little weird. And it's a little creepy. But it's sad because you want to see the costumes and it's definitely part of the event. And I have actually I've actually gotten reimbursed for fast passes or what's it called? Is it a fast pass? That's wrong. That's what we're going to call it. And I feel like you guys know what I mean. It's I think it is fast pass. Express pass. That's what it is. It's an express pass. The express pass allows you to go into a separate line and obviously have express entry. I actually got reimbursed 1 year for them because we were able to literally walk into every house and we didn't actually need them. This year was different. We did need them. We were able to do, we did Insidious twice because we opened with it and we closed with it. It wrecked my shit both times, really bad. The other one that got me was Monstros. Oh my God. And I can't remember which Latin American monster it is. It was it was like when you get into the bar, and I can't remember what his name is. I think it's the guy that whistles, maybe. He's the one that pulls the spine out of the dude that's on the platform. That guy, because he went to he thought that he was going to go high on or not high, but he thought he was going to come in low on someone. And because I'm short, he came in right at me. And I was like, oh my God. And then the other version of him got me on the other side. It was a mess. It was really good. I did not pee my pants, but I did scream, genuine fear. But I'm going to back up a little bit and talk about Hampton Social and the stickers and all that. So all the stickers that you see are mostly handmade. There's one of Taylor looking super girly and adorable with her espresso martini and Parmesan truffle fries. Y'all, they were so good. If you are ever in an area where there's a Hampton Social, I encourage you to go. All of the food was good. People swear by their burger. It was such a good burger. And then the Parmesan truffle fries and the espresso martini were just cherries on top. The espresso martini has glitter in it, you guys. So if you're girly and you want some glitter, go for it. And then I used some cute stickers from the Glam Girl sticker book that I had out on my desk. And then I used that eat, drink, and laugh sticker to go over the photo of Taylor and I drinking butterbeers under our umbrella in the rain. Yes, make sure you put the fire whiskey in the butterbeer. That's the only way to do it properly. And then there's the picture of me with the only snack that I wanted all year long, which was this mini Stay Puft marshmallow s'more, and it was so cute, and I'm a s'mores girly, so it was a must. And I like that I just wrote rain or shine, because quite honestly, and now we're heading into the 5-year, so we'll get to talking about that. That sticker is obviously Coffee Monster Co. And if I forgot to call out a specific product and you want to know what it is, just drop me a comment and I'll let you know. So Hampton Social was fantastic. And then we went back to the room to freshen up. And then we went to Dead Coconut Club and I got some Purge Punch. And we just kind of like took in the vibe a little bit, started trading some bracelets. I ended up with a glow in the dark duck because one guy brought ducks instead of bracelets, which I thought was really cool. And then we headed over to the opening ceremonies, and I talked about that already. So just kind of backing up a bit, which I said I wouldn't do. But I'm trying to think of like other houses or anything that really got me. I wouldn't say I really got scared anywhere else, like deeply scared. Slaughter Cinema was amazing. And I freaking loved the sexy mummies. Again, I'm a mummy girl. So that was really, really fun. I know I'm forgetting like an actual ton of houses and all of that. And I'm even trying to like flip quietly behind the scenes to see if maybe I can, oh, there they are. Okay. So the Quiet Place one was definitely a dud. I was really upset about that because I'm a huge Quiet Place fan. And it was just, it wasn't what I wanted it to be, and that was really disappointing. But I will say that one of the funnest things was like the very first bracelet I handed out, or they said thank you in sign language, which I thought was really cool. And they had been teaching ASL to people in the houses, specifically because of Quiet Place and just kind of offering something different, which I really liked. Museum Deadly Exhibits was kind of meh. Triplets of Terror was really good, and I would like to see a continuation of that for sure, but that was really good. Taylor really enjoyed the Major Sweets house, and I think Slaughter Cinema because she didn't get the first one, but what really, unfortunately, again, a snack got me. So I bit into the s'mores weird, and I think it was just like the chocolate too, like having to open my mouth that big, and it really like incited the TMJ, and it was very mad. And another thing that I had not really considered, but a lot of TMJ problems are from like stress on that. And this is obviously me smiling a lot to take photos and talking a lot and like screaming. And like I had really been pushing it to the max. And I think this more was just the final straw. And I went to a 12 out of 10 of pain gradually. And I kept trying to head it off at the pass. And finally my ibuprofen kicked in on the bus ride home at 2:00 in the morning. So I was able to shower and go to bed comfortably. But I did think it was interesting because whenever we were on the bus ride home, this couple was just in shock that I had been doing this for 10 years. They were like, you don't look old enough to do that. And I thought that was really funny because I started going when I was 23. So I thought it was a cute little compliment, but also just, I can't stress enough how trippy and magical and crazy it was to think about 10 years worth of trips with people and the experiences I've had, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the people that I no longer, some of those people I don't have relationships with anymore, or unfortunately I don't get to speak to anymore, but they were part of this amazing part of my life. And it's something that I hold so close to my heart and me as a person, which probably sounds really weird. But it's what this event has given me and what Orlando trips have meant. And some of them have been so cathartic, and some of them have been so hard and challenging and pushed me in different ways. And I can never I don't know, it's just brought so much into my life and really been just an incredible experience. So I'm so grateful for 10 years and being able to do it for 10 years. And even as I think forward to see, what that's going to look like, and if it's going to be a continuation or something different, what I want that to look like. And I want to make sure that that going there and is always a part of my year, but it's just gonna maybe start to look different. And I'm okay with that. And I think that I needed that closure. I needed to hit that 10-year mark. And I had said for a long time I would do it for 10 years and then I would move on to something else. But that didn't mean that I was going to move on and not do a trip there. It just meant different kinds of trips. I want to be there at different times of the year and see what else is offered. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I do think that there will be HHNs in the future. I just don't know when and where and how quite yet. But let me talk about my 5-year page for 10-3 very quickly. I literally just put a cute little emoji sticker of traveling and just talked about the travel day, hand lettered some travel. I did put in the DIY sticker of me as like a pizza angel. That actually wasn't at Soto. It was at another pizza place nearby. And we just stopped and took a photo. And I just really like it because it shows my outfit of the travel day. And then I put in some cute washi from the presents that Taylor gave me. I also love that opening page because that was the first Halloween Horror Nights that Taylor and I ever did. And it was a 17-hour day. And it was the 30th year. So it was intense. And then the page I'm working on now, I was really inspired by one of the spirit jerseys that had Walt Disney World with the characters on them. And I thought this was so cute. So that first W is Minnie. You're going to see me struggle with putting the polka dots on her, which I'm still looking at it now, or a slight pink. I'm going to have to layer over them a few times to get them to white. The A is Pooh. The I is Piglet. The T is Olaf. The D is Mickey. The I is Donald. The S is Genie. The N is going to be Buzz Lightyear. The E is going to be Goofy. Then Ariel is the Y. I cannot think of the name of what the bottom W is going to be. It's an older classic Disney character. And it starts with an O. And I can't think of it, and that makes me crazy. The O is Stitch. The R is Iago. No. Is it Iago? No. Zazu. Zazu or Dory, actually. Now that I think about it, it could be Dory. It might be Dory. Yeah, it's not Zazu because that would have been a pop of red too. It's definitely Dory. And then the L is a Dalmatian and the D is going to be Pluto. So I really loved the lettering on the back and I was like, I am so doing that. But the 4th is the day that I saw it. And then there's that I'm going to do a cute DIY sticker of Taylor and I kind of walking into Disney Springs. And it's just a selfie with her kind of popping up out of the side with her cute little Pooh headband that you're going to see me work on in a minute. But I really liked the hand lettering. It's rare and this is probably why it took me 4 hours. I very rarely in these videos get the opportunity to take longer because I'm trying not to make them last 400 years and it's just hard. It's just really, really hard not to do that. I would have loved to have hand painted this and then let it dry and then done my dots and really taken even more time with it. But I ended up doing it all with Tombows. So the whole thing is done with Tombows and then I outlined it in the end with my Uniball Signo. That's not right. It's just my Uniball. It's not a Uniball. It's a Pilot G2.38. I did use my Uniball Signo DX in white to do a lot of the white work on it. I tried to bring in a paint pen and it was not pigmented enough. On the next page, I know we're not there yet, but we're starting to come to a close. I just did a DIY sticker, and it's a picture of my backpack, all my bracelets, my pin that says I'm celebrating 10 years, and the lanyard that we got on the tour. And it was just like the perfect picture. It's like all these bracelets that we got to give, or that I was starting to give out, and my badge, and it was the whole reason for the trip. And so it just spoke volumes, and I don't have a lot of space on the next page like I do here. So I really wanted to make use of just that one photo. If I got to put one photo down, this was the one photo. And then I've got all of the swatches that I came home to. So all of the washi swatches, there's another video for that entirely, but that was kind of what had arrived that day back home. So I wish I hadn't put them on there like that. I wish I had put them more on like the day I actually opened them, but such is life. It's okay. It's no big deal. But it's super fun because they're all like spooky and definitely themed for the trip anyway, except for like a winter planning one that makes it on there. And then the very last page is 2 DIY stickers, one of me looking very excited, and then one of me like just doing a nice like smiley photo, and it was actually while I was on the boat. And then I put an umbrella sticker that I just had hanging out in my stash and wrote about the day and basically everything that I just talked about ad nauseum regarding the decade of dedication, as Taylor called it. And really just recapping everything I've done. I've kind of gone through all of the nitty-gritty details of what I've done at this point. So again, I cannot stress enough how amazing the trip is. And if you're thinking about going to a Halloween Horror Nights and you're a Halloween fan, you should definitely do it. It is spooky, it is scary, but it is amazing. Your first year is your hardest because I remember leaving early, and I've told that story plenty of times. My first year I left early. I was like, I will never do this again. I was completely terrified. So it always makes me chuckle a little that this one thing that I thought I was never going to do, what? Sorry, I just read a weird text message that came again on my screen. I was like, what? So essentially, do it. It's so worth it. Conquer your fear. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I think that for me, what will really have to be present for me to come back, I would really come back for a Jack and Chance year. Like I could see me kind of taking a break and coming back for like anniversary years, like anything ending in a 5 or a 0 kind of thing. Like I could see that. And then in the meantime, taking other trips. I think that this year is going to end up being a Christmas trip is what I'm thinking. And that Halloween is going to look a little bit different. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it so far. Just to give you a little bit of an insight, but, all that to say, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I know we still have probably like 10 or so minutes. So what I want to do in that is just talk about content in this just for a bit. So if you want to sign off, that's totally fine. Or if you want to put me on mute, that's also fine. No offense taken. Essentially, like I said, I'm so sorry because this was supposed to be last week's episode. So I'm sorry I missed a week. Yikes. Not a good way to start off the year, but here we are. I actually have a whole week that's still not completed that has to do with this trip because this video ends on Sunday and we did not start driving back until Wednesday. And then my friend Taylor, she actually came home with me and stayed the rest of the week. So I still have a huge part of this trip to document. If you guys like how this video is set up, let me know if you would like another version of this, like of what remains of the trip, which would be Monday through Sunday of the following week. Or if you guys would like a shorter version, like just the rest of the actual trip itself, more so. So let me know what your thoughts are. I would really enjoy hearing from you guys on that. Or if that's just not something that interests you at all, that's fine too. I would just love to know. Like I said, this took 4 hours and is clocking in at the actual like process is clocking in at, obviously you guys can see this, a little over an hour. It's a longer video because I'm showing off the Happy Mail presents that we exchanged with each other. So that's the reason for a little bit of length there. So it would probably be, I'm going to say it might be an hour and a half or something like that, which isn't too far off par with my normal plan with me. So, or at least I could goal to keep it there. I mean, there's like one day where there's really not a lot to write and tell, but I'm not going to spoil it too much. But yes, there's still some more of the trip that's not documented, and I could do something similar. Also, I am hoping to do videos where it's kind of like a split week, where I do like maybe the plan with me on the front half and then document the back half like this. I have an upcoming work trip to Nashville, and I also am going to Mardi Gras this year again. So let me know what your thoughts are on these videos. I would love to know. So that is that. I will definitely be doing more plan with me's. I know that I've slowly been working through my 5-year journey as well, cleaning up from last year, and a lot of things are going to start to overlap. So now that we're obviously into a new year, we're going to be flashing back to 2024 completed stuff. So I still need to do flip throughs in my Hobonichi cousin for 2024 for September, October, November, and December. And then I still have 5-year flip throughs that I'm working through. Meanwhile, I will be doing more current ones as I wrap them up in the 2025 season. So we're, time is an illusion, and we're just going to exist in the multi-craft first for a little bit, going backwards and forwards until we wrap everything up. But I feel like that's enough yammering. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video, and please let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys finish this video in peace, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye.